Hello, can you hear me? We're gonna get this thing right one way or the other. No, these are better lights over here.
Okay.
Boy, I tell you this thing, the technology here. Oh, wait a minute, do that again. Okay, that's good right there.
Okay.
Good,
Yeah.
all right, yeah. Move it over just a little bit. Whew, overcoming obstacles, yes. Put something under it, put that under it, and that'll balance it. Oh, boy. Here we go. All right. Hello, how are you? I want you to like this page and share it. Like this page and share it.
Woo!
I'm going to talk to you about overcoming obstacles. Number one, you need Hazik with you. I want you to like this page and share it because life is full of obstacles. Things are going to happen that you cannot begin to anticipate. And to be able to work through those obstacles and the growing process is just really, really great. And one of the things that I've learned is patience. Patience is very important. Something is that you don't hear much talk about. Most people, they want everything right now. It's not going to happen like that. Life happens when it happens. You know, when will a baby walk? It will walk when it walks. When will it talk? It will talk when it talks. And some talk sooner than others. So working through obstacles, reaching your goals, accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish, doing the things that you want to do, transitioning out of where you are to where you want to be, one of the things that's major is patience. The other thing is persistence. Like this page and share it. Like this page and share it. You got to be persistent. Somebody asked me yesterday, what did you do when you started out as a young man to become a speaker? What did you do to overcome the obstacles of being the first person of color to get on the main stages? Well, number one, I wasn't very young when I started out. That's number one. When I decided to get on this path, I was 37. I'd put it off for a long time, and because I didn't see anybody getting on stage look like me, and so I didn't think that what I'm now doing was possible for me. I was focused more on what I don't have: a college education, a corporate experience, no experience or contacts or the wealth that the competition had. I didn't think that I would be able to overcome those obstacles. I was more focused on the obstacles than I was on my attributes, on what I brought to the table. So one of the things I encourage you to do when you have a goal, a dream that you have, focus on what you have going for you. Because where energy goes, where focus goes, energy flows. That you now begin to look at the possibilities. 14 years I was suffering from possibility blindness. I couldn't see how I would be able to do it. And whatever your mindset is, that's what you're going to begin to zero in on. An optimist can look at obstacles and all they will see will be the opportunities. But somebody that's in a negative state of mind, they can look at opportunities and all they will see will be the obstacles. So it's very important that your mindset be a mindset of possibility, a mindset of, I can do this, a mindset of, I'm going to figure out a way to make it happen, a mindset of, I have the ability to overcome these obstacles. I have the ability to acquire a new skill. I have the ability to build some relationships with people that can help me do what it is that I want to do. But walking away, giving up, throwing in the towel, becoming frustrated and disgusted, no, that's not an option. See, when you have that kind of mindset, the universe yields to you. The universe will begin to say, okay, look here, we're not dealing with a wimp here. We're dealing with somebody that's serious, that's determined, and that's hungry. Yeah, that's what's required. When you have a goal, a dream, why? Because you're going to always have some resistance. An airplane cannot fly without the resistance of air. You can't learn good horsemanship by riding a tame horse. You can't fix lemonade with sugar alone. You've got to have some lemons up in here. And so things are going to happen. There are things that you will have going for you, and there'll be a lot of things that you don't have going for you. So what? Now what? What are you going to do? Are you still going to show up when you get rejected? Are you going to still show up when life slaps you down? Are you still going to show up when life knocks you senseless? Are you still going to show up when somebody that you thought you could depend on and they don't come through, a loan don't come through, or whatever you were counting on does not come through? Will you still show up for you, for your dream, for your family, for what it is that you want to create for yourself? See, the reason I believe that the majority of people go to their graves with their talents, abilities, and their dreams and their potential in them is because we live in a world, not only because we've been told what we cannot do and been reinforced with our limitations, also because many of us have been conditioned to think that it would be easy. We look at television programs and it start out with a very complicated program. In about an hour or 30 minutes, it's been solved. That's not reality. That's television. It takes a minute. A friend of mine told me this morning, I was working with her and doing a Skype call. She's in London and helping her to extract her story. And she said, wow, you are a genius. You told my story just like it's yours. My goodness, what a gift you have. I said, hey, you know how long I've been doing this? I said, I'm not a genius. I would love to be a genius, but I better know something about this as long as I've been doing it. There's a certain level of mastery that you achieve when you've been doing something for a while. No, and I like the compliment, but the truth of the matter is, if you've been doing something for 50 years like me, come on. You better be able to do something up in here, all right? And so, but let me share something with you. The majority of my career have been just permeated and saturated with no's and rejections. No, I'm sorry, no. I'm sorry. We don't need your services. The majority of the time and the effort that I put in initially starting out, I went through some turbulent times. Like when you get on an airplane, they say fasten your seatbelts. Why? Because you're going to experience some turbulence before we reach a comfortable altitude. Same thing in business. Fasten your mental, emotional, and spiritual seatbelts. Why? Because you're going to go through some turbulence, Murphy's Law, some downtimes before you reach a comfortable, profitable period in your life. It's going to take some time to get to the profit. It's going to take some time to get to the payoff. It's going to take some time for the sacrifice to become abundance. If you stay the course, most people stop. Most people give up. Most people turn around, become discouraged, and say, well, I tried. Well, try and sit down. You either do or you don't. See, but when you have a mindset, I'm going to make it happen no matter what. When you have a mindset, no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. When you have a mindset that this is not going to stop me, this is not going to define me. No. When you have that kind of mindset, angels will be dispatched to help you. You're listening to me right now because you and I are cut from the same cloth. You know what I've done, you can do plus more. And see, most people don't have goals and dreams. Most people are fans. Most people are spectators. And one of the most important things that you must do is focus your mind. One of the most important things you need to do. And what happened for me that I encourage you at 75, when I look back, one of the dramatic decisions that I had to make. I had to come out from among them. I had to come away from people who didn't have goals and dreams and who were living a small life. Now, I wasn't judging them, but where they were living and what they were going through and what they were experiencing, I didn't want that to be my experience. People rub off on you. It's contagious. You earn within $2,000 to $3,000 of your closest friends. As Mama said, birds of a feather flock together. And so I started flocking with people who had more than me, who had more education than me, who had more money than me, who had a higher standard of living than me. I didn't spend a lot of time in Liberty City and Overtown where I was born. I spent time on Miami Beach with some new relationships that I had developed because that's where my vision was and how I saw myself being there. See, you've got to bring all the things, all of the elements in place for you to create in your mindset, because that's where all dreams happen. They happen twice, first in the mind and then in the without. And what's the value of that? Having visualizations, a clear goal that you see complete. What's the value of that? Pretty soon, listening to positive messages, and I'm encouraging you to go online and listen to me every day. You go from a place of believing as you listen to my voice to knowing. Yes, you'll know this. And the other thing is, get ready for a fight. Things going to happen that you can't anticipate. When I think about my life right now, I'm going through some stuff right now. And I never saw coming. I never saw coming. And it was a test. It was a test. Life will always test you. Dexter Yeager was right. No test, no testimony. Martha Jean, the Queen out of Detroit, when she was alive, she was right. Do you really want to win? Do you really? Are you willing to pay the price? Are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to go through some stuff? See, life is a fight. What did Paul say? I fought a good fight. Most people don't fight a good fight. You've heard the expression, well, it's not over till the fat lady sings. Well, most people quit when she's just clearing her throat. You heard what I said. And so, no. Most people cheer and give more time, more energy, and commitment and focus on a sporting event than they're on dream. I'm in the barbershop, guys talking about, you know what, if we had more strength on defense, we could win. I'm thinking, you can't even afford the tickets. And you talking about what we need on defense like you playing or you're one of the owners of the team. Why? Because entertainment is a distraction. It's easy to be a fan, but to be a player, and I'm not talking about a player from the Himalayas. No. I'm talking about on this thing called life. To be able to live an impactful, productive, meaningful life, hey, that's going to take something. That's going to take your becoming a totally different person. That's going to take some sacrifice. That's going to take some energy. That's going to take some commitment. That's why most people don't achieve their goals. So that's why 85% of people who face rejection, they quit, stop, dead in their tracks. Because we've been conditioned to believe that we can get it yesterday. And these new millenniums, they want everything yesterday, feel entitled. No. Frederick Douglass is right. We might not get everything we fight for, but truly everything we get will be a fight. So you need to get with that. You need to be with that because that's real. And I was willing to fight. I burnt the bridges. I'd made up my mind. I was going to buy my mother a home. And I was not going to let anything stop me. anything. And I had some tough times. I had some rejections. I had things happen to me that I did not see coming. But I kept coming and falling forward. As you look at yourself, look at your goals, look at your dreams. I'm just preparing you. Some of you are already in a storm right now. Don't quit. Keep on swinging. As Jesse said, keep on hopping. If you could keep on hopping, you could, no. If you could keep, no. Jesse said, keep hope alive. Because if you could keep on hopping, you could keep on hopping your way out of the situation. Yes. And there are going to be things from all over the place. All over the place. Some you won't see coming. The ones that will catch you on the blind side. The ones that will hit you below the belt. You won't see it coming. And it's not personal. It's not personal. That you have to just deal with it. You have to learn to roll with the punches. But I look back, first of all, I'm grateful that I'm 75. A lot of people say, I wouldn't tell anybody what my age is. Hey, I should have been gone a long time ago. I'm glad to still be here. Because a lot of people I know didn't make 70. I'm glad to be 3/4 of a century, 25 years away from 100. My goal is to live to be a healthy 100 and beyond. So the thing is this. I heard a lady say one time when she heard that I had been beating 4th stage cancer, she said, that Les Brown, he's a tough cookie. You did not lie, my sister. Yes, I am. Mamie Brown did not raise no punk. No. I remember a guy named Lee Arthur Kelsey. I wonder where is he? He used to beat my butt every day just because he could. And I was running home from Douglas Elementary School in Overtown, trying to get to the house. Mama, over the door. Lee Arthur was behind me. And one day, I ran up on the porch and Mama closed the door. I was shocked. I knocked on the door. Mama, open the door. And Lee Arthur grabbed me by the neck and slung me off the porch and into some bushes, And I, out of desperation, my hand, there was a new soda drink called Topicola. My hand touched it and I grabbed it and came up out of those bushes and busted him in the head. Let me tell you something. He was so shocked and when blood started coming down his face, he said, you hit me. And he started running. Next day he came to school, his head was all bandaged up. Guess who Lee Arthur didn't mess with no more? Me. Let me tell you, they start calling me Topicola. Let me say, sometimes you got to stop and fight because life will be chasing you all your life. People will bully you all your life. We're living in a time that some people are so have a propensity to be a victim, so vulnerable, so fragile, so gullible. How can somebody, 5 people the other day on a college campus, how can somebody give you instructions on how to commit suicide and you do it? What kind of thinking is that? What kind of fool would sit up and listen to somebody, okay, now what else I need to do? Oh, get some rat poison. Okay, and what else? Oh, get some wheat bread and, all right, and some super crunchy peanut butter. All right, I've done that. And what else I need to do? Put some honey on it. Okay. And what? Arsenic and rat poison. Put that on it. And what's the next thing? To eat it, but to make it feel real good, I should dunk it first? Yes, okay, I'll get some almond milk. All right, not whole milk. I'll get almond milk, 2%. How do you do that? What kind of world are we living in? That between the ages of 5 and 11, the suicide rate has doubled. How is that possible? Between the ages of 11 and 24, That is the second highest rate of death, suicide, for people between 11 and 24. And we live in the greatest country in the world. We live in a country where people risk being separated from their children and their children being put in cages and going to jail. We live in a world where people try and outswim sharks to get here, outrun a Jeep barefooted. And you got the unmitigated goal to take your life? What kind of thinking is that? That's why we bring these messages. You know why? Because people are inundated with all kind of negative stuff, day in and day out, day out, day in and day out. Some of the things that you need to do is you look at yourself, look at your goals, shut down all the negativity in your life. Turn off the television, as my daughter Ona Brown would say. You got to get an attitude. I just got tired of being poor. I got tired of going to a restaurant, looking one side to see what I wanted to eat, and then look on the left side to see what I could afford. I got tired of my children lying to the creditors. My daddy say he ain't home. I got tired. I used to be so broke I'd walk past a bank and trip the alarm. I got tired of that. See, you got to get an attitude sometime about yourself. And let me share something else too. You have to look at yourself, look at your health, and be honest with yourself. Sometimes we can delude ourselves and get comfortable living a small life or being fat. So, you can't see my stomach down. You know why? I don't want to see it. I'm tired of looking like I'm 3 months pregnant. So I'm doing something about it. I'm not going to surrender to this because they're injecting me with steroids to fight the cancer. No, I am not going to die fat or from a heart attack. No. I'm going to do whatever I need to do. Eat rabbit food every day. Whatever I need to do. Go out for a walk every day. Whatever I need to do to improve my health. Life is a fight for territory. And once you stop fighting for what you want, what you don't want will automatically take over. It's a fight for territory, for peace of mind, for your health, for your relationship, for our children. I want you to pray for my son, too. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I love him. And he's my son. Done things I don't approve of. And he's my son. See, anybody can have faith when your bills are paid. Your children acting like they have good sense. Your relationship is working. You have no stress and you're not behind on your bills. Anybody can have faith then and say, oh, God is good, and all the time God is good. Yeah. But when life knocks on your door, the messenger of misery, you can say, oh, the devil is a liar, if you want to. Yeah, right. Well, why are you listening to that? When life hits you on the blind, what you gonna do then? Is he still lying? Hey, this thing called life, it's serious. And as Mother Teresa said, just when I got a handle on life, the handle broke. I'm telling you, you can't figure this stuff out. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. And so as you look at yourself, look at the goals, the things that you want to achieve with your life, you've got to be all in. All in. And trust me on this, when you're all in, when you keep your commitment to your commitment, the road to achievement, the road to success, trust me, it will not be crowded. If you're willing to make cold calls, trust me, there's not a long line at the phone to make cold calls. If you're willing to persist and in spite of the rejections, in spite of the setbacks, in spite of the failures, in spite of the naysayers, in spite of all the distractions that life will throw at you, and you get back up and come back again, trust me, you'll be empowered to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. This thing called life. I tell you, when people look at me and they figure, oh, well, all I need to do is go hire somebody to do some branding for me and just get my name out there. It's not that easy. I could have got here faster. Zig Ziglar, Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, Robert Jewell, all those guys would have endorsed me. I could have gotten here faster. They didn't. And it's okay. I said, I'm going to make it anyhow. I could have gotten here faster if I was lucky like Tony Robbins and had Gunther Rinker and those guys to put millions of dollars in an infomercial on television playing all around the world every 30 minutes. I sent them my video, you've got an inspirational story, Mr. Brown. However, you're black. And I sent them back a letter too saying, thank you for telling me. I never would have known that if you hadn't told me. I'll see you at the top, as Zig would say, or from the top. I'm going to make it anyhow. But you mess with me. No, I'm not a quitter. I'll figure it out. And that's the kind of mindset you've got to have, that you will figure it out. How do you think we got here? Stony the road we trod, bitter the chesting rock, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet, with a studied beat, have not our weary feet come to the place for which our father sighed. We have come over a way that with tears have been watered. We've come treading a path through the blood of the slaughtered. Do you know who you are? Come on now. You have more power than you realize. We have powers in us that are lying dormant. There are things that you can do, dreams in you that you haven't even reached for yet. What do you want? What do you want? What do you really want? See, whatever that is, you got to want it like a baby wants his mother's love. You got to want it like a drowning man wants air. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. You got to be hungry. I was hungry. I was hungry. My mother was suffering from breast cancer. And I said, Mama, I will take care of you. I was hungry. I got on that Greyhound bus from Miami, going from city to city. I was hungry. If you got in my way, I would take your head off, take no prisoners, and eat the wounded. Because she never allowed us to go to bed hungry. My mother worked, single mother, 7 children. I don't know how she did it. Only through God's grace and mercy. Always had a roof over our head, clothes on our back. I'm Mamie Brown's baby boy. I got that from my mother. Yes, I did. She never stopped. She never stopped. She covered the ground she walked on and stood on. There's something in you. You're not watching me now just because somebody emailed you or you stumbled on me. Coincidence is God's way of staying anonymous. Can't be casual about your dream. If you're casual about your dream will end up a casualty. No. A.L. Williams had a point. All you can do is all you can do. And all you can do is enough. But make sure you do all you can do. And most people don't. I ask audiences when I'm speaking to them, how many of you, if you had your life to live over again, you could have done more than what you've done thus far? Everybody raised their hands, including me. All of us. We know if we had our lives to live over again, we could have done more. Yesterday, I spent several days, I don't know if I was in a daze or what, looking at television, watching Trump, the Trump factor. I said, what am I doing this for? I know better. I tell people to turn off the television. You know life can suck you in. That's what Paul meant when he said the things I should do, I don't do, and the things I shouldn't do, I do. You got to be mindful. You got to be on top of your game. You got to rethink your life and look at it and say, wait a minute, wait. If I'm not where I want to be, and I know I've got more in me, then there's some reality to the saying, wherever you find yourself, at some point in time, you made an appointment to be there. And so, I'm not going to let you see this little pop belly, but trust me, when I do let you see full screen, it will be smaller. I will not look like I'm 3 months pregnant or the water is about to break. No. Got to be like Fannie Lou Hamer, where you say, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. No, this is not me. You got to look at your life, look at your circumstances. Haven't you seen people live in certain circumstances and you look at them and say, how could they live like that? How could they? Because you're different. That's comfortable for them, but that doesn't work for you. And that works for them, and that's okay. I don't judge people. My mother had a sign on her mirror, oh Lord, help me keep my nose out of other people's business. When you dip your nose in other people's business, when you listen to other people's stuff, it compromises your power and your strength and your self-discipline and your commitment because you're distracted. That's the reason that most people don't achieve their goals. Most people pay more attention, as my son John Leslie would say, pay more attention to their distractions than their destiny. No. If you want to achieve your goals, keep thine eyes single. If you want to achieve your goal, you've got to be laser focused to achieve your goal. I'm telling you. I gave a speech. Perhaps, I know it's the largest audience I ever spoke before. I was so focused, I don't even remember the speech. If you go online, I'm not making this up, you can tell there was something going on with me. I was possessed. You look at Les Brown speaking in the Georgia Dome. Les Brown speaking in the Georgia Dome no longer exists. Les Brown speaking in the Georgia Dome. It's not over till you win. I don't have a clue. Once Mike Williams gave me that microphone and say, Brownie, you got this. Make your mother proud. It was over. I can't remember nothing, but I was focused. I'm going to get this audience no matter what. Care how large they are. They came to see me. I didn't come to see them. See, in order to achieve your goals, you have to be out of your mind. Yeah. You can't be in the mindset that you're in right now. You got to have another mind. Let that mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. You've got to be in another mind. And now, with all the distractions going on, now, with all the chaos and drama, now, with all the cruel, divisive things going on now, you got to be focused. This is a brand new day. I'm one of those people. You don't want to blow your horn at me. I'm one of those people. At this point in my life, working on my grandchildren and great-grandchildren's legacy, don't get in my way because you'll pay a cost. You pay a cost. You can call yourself a nationalist or whatever. You pay a cost. You won't do it anymore. You might run over here, but you'll limp back. See, nobody said that life would be easy. The road to life is straight and narrow, and few there be that find it. Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established, and all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You have to have the mindset, I will persist until I succeed. Yeah. Persistence, patience, perseverance. Those are things that's important in pursuit of your dream. And there's power in pursuit. There's power in going after a dream. There's power because not only getting the dream, but who you become in the process in pursuit of the dream. You discover things about yourself that people who are living in the confines of their comfort zone won't know, can't identify with, they can't relate to. And be clear about this. Family members and friends many times won't understand why you got to do what you got to do. And don't look for their approval. Approve yourself. What people think about you is none of your spiritual business. Approve yourself. It's your dream. If they don't see it, so what? It's not their dream, it's your dream. You were created on purpose, with a purpose, for this purpose. And you want to live full and die empty. You want to live a life of no regrets. People say, oh boy, if I had my life to live over again. Well, you won't. So do, as George Washington Carver would say, what you can, where you are with what you have, and never be satisfied. Never. I don't know if you can feel me up in here, up in here. But here's what I know. I can't see you, don't know you. You got greatness in you. There's some of you who've been listening to me since you were kids. I was talking to a young man who said, my father had me listening to you when I was 10 years old. I can't believe that I'm talking to you on the telephone right now. I can't believe this. I'm shocked. Since I was 10 years old, I said, how old are you now? 38. 38. A friend of mine had told me, he said, you know, I know a young man who's been listening to you for many years. I said, get him on the phone so I can say hello to him. He got him on the phone. I said, hello, how you doing? I said, hello, Marcus, this is Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. No. I said, yes. You gotta be kidding. No, this is Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. Les Brown? I said, yes. Man, I've been listening to you since I was 10 years old. You know, what is your work? You have a work. You are here, you're still here to do the greater work. There's something that you're supposed to do, that you were chosen. Your sperm won. You were chosen to do a certain work. And I wish I could tell you it would be easy. And I wish I could tell you everything is going to work out all right. Sometimes they will. Most of the time, they won't. All kind of stuff will happen. People you thought you could believe in, they won't come through. People that you never thought will betray you, they will betray you. People who will benefit from your success won't lift a finger to help you. Why, Les? I don't know. I'm not that smart. And it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter why. There's no explanation that they can give you and you say, oh, I understand. I don't ask why people do certain things. Why? Because there's nothing they could say to me that I'm going to say, oh, that's fine. thank you. Now I understand. No. Life don't look for excuses. Life looks for results, not excuses. You can't build a dream and achieve the goals that you want to achieve with excuses. No. No, that requires results. That requires work, focus, concentration, rebuilding yourself, rethinking your life, being relentless, going all out. Yeah. I'm so upset right now with myself. I feel like slapping this iPad, what is brand new. Let me wind up on this. You have something special. I want you to like this page and share it. Like it and share it. You have greatness in you. You're not watching me by accident. And now, during this time, during this era in our history, we've never seen anything like this. But we were chosen for such a time as this. We were chosen for this period in history. Dexter Yeager was right. No tests, no testimony. Yeah. Shula was right. Tough times never last, but tough people do. And you're tough. We're tough. And we didn't come this far to be turned around, to be wimps, to be cowards. No. No. When I hear the statements, take America back. Yeah, I got your back. Come on, bring it. Got something for you. Got you a little gift. I had a friend named Eddie Saunders he played the gospel music on WVKO radio station in Columbus, Ohio. Eddie used to be a boxer. I think Eddie was in his 70s. I was in my 20s. And I said, Eddie, I was just joking with you. I ought to come over there and slap you side the head. He said, go ahead. He said, you might run over here, but remember, before you do, I can run faster with you than I can without you. I said, okay. And we both would crack up. Oh boy, we've come this far because of God's grace and mercy. You have something special. You have greatness in you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This has been Mrs. Mamie Brown's Baby Boy. It's been a plum-pleasing pleasure, as well as a privilege. Thank you.